It's a Bobcat, and I don't know what year or what brand of Bobcat. You know, it's 60s, of course, it's Bobcat. But when I got it, someone had stripped it and slathered a very healthy layer of black Rust-Oleum over the whole thing. So, and it was, you know, with a brush, so it was all lumpy and drips, and it was a good protective coating. So what I did is I started sanding into it, you know, trying to take the finish off, and it started doing this, turning it into this sort of leopard thing that is just, I had to keep it. It just looks too good, you know. Heavy relic, yeah, definitely very heavy relic, but I hate refinishing these things. I had no choice. I couldn't go back to the original finish because they'd already eliminated that. And it turns out when I got into the cavity that it was one of those red black burst jobs. So there's only a few versions of Bobcat colors until you got to the Colorama ones where they were solid colors. But the bursts were like a yellow black, a red black, and then the silver tone black and white. This wasn't a silver tone, but it's got that look now because I put the, you know, the pick guard is white, the black, you know, the black and the white is working on this thing now, but it's not a silver tone. Doesn't matter anyway, because it's a Harmony. It's a Harmony Bobcat, and like all Bobcats, it's a wild and crazy little thing. So I redid the neck, new 12-inch radius, new, these are like medium to vintage size frets. New, the original nut, it's a 1/11/16, so the original nut got all cleaned up, looks good. Put some Strat tuners on there, brand new Strat tuners, which work great. And then the Rickenbacker bridge, which works perfectly on these because the problem is they're so narrow and you can't put a regular Gibson or Fender bridge on there. The spread's too wide. That's the funky thing about these things. Very narrow, 24-inch scale. Is it 24 or 24 and a half? Can't remember. It's 24-inch scale. And then I put the P90s, my P90s on there, which are voiced for the treble and the bass, and they're hum canceling when played together. And they're quite lovely. And if you want to get some grit out of it, they crank. The beauty of the 24-inch scale is that the string's a lot looser and it has a lot more crunch to it. So these things can be a hoot to play. It's a nice one. It's in great shape now. I mean, it's like new with a very heavy relic on it. And these things aren't toy-like. It's 1.5 inch thickness, so it doesn't feel like a, you know, like a Teisco, which is wafer thin. You don't feel that way. They're a little bit short, but they don't feel like a toy. They feel substantial. They play great. Got to get used to the narrow neck. The carve is just a very standard normal D. poplar neck, poplar body, standard harmony. It's a beauty. A really worn out looking Bobkat.